Someone struggling from anxiety is always exhausted. Not just emotionally exhausted, not just, physically exhausted, but even mentally exhausted. Because let me tell you why in this video I want to focus on mental exhaustion, because mental exhaustion is a common struggle for anxiety sufferers. Because someone struggling with anxiety is always thinking about themselves, is always thinking about, someone is sending me a message right now, is always thinking about, anxiety, is always thinking about how to, solve this situation that they have, solve their anxiety, which anxiety recovery doesn't happen by thinking. You can't think your way out of anxiety, you can't worry your way out of anxiety, you can't overanalyze yourself out of anxiety, you can't overfigure out, your way out of anxiety. That one only creates more anxiety, because you're only exhausting the mind more and more. In the first place, anxiety is caused by you over worrying, it's caused by you overthinking about your situation. Like, it is refueled by that. Maybe something happened that caused anxiety, a life event, a panic attack, anything. Then you over worried about that panic attack. Now you are, in the cycle. You over worried, you thought so much about the life event that happened. So to me personally, anxiety is caused by too much worry. So imagine you're already in the disordered cycle of anxiety, which is brought by you worrying, but you keep refueling it by over worrying, by figuring out things, by ruminating, by over analyzing. Tell me if your brain is not gonna get exhausted. You're gonna be exhausted. That's why you find that you're always mentally exhausted. And what is the symptom of mental exhaustion? You can't think straight, you feel foggy, brain fog, you feel feelings of unreality, you experience memory loss, you can't concentrate, you can't focus. All those things is brought by you. You're the one refueling the anxiety cycle by always, you're keeping your mind busy with, anxiety. Personally, me, when struggling with anxiety, this is funny, but there is a time I forgot my man's face, because I was like, I experienced chronic memory loss. I couldn't focus in class. My grades went down real bad. I couldn't, my memory was whack. I couldn't think straight. Sometimes I could even get numb. I could even freeze, experience brain freeze. Sometimes I just want to talk, but I couldn't talk because, my brain had shuttered down, and, my brain was just blank. Those are all symptoms of mental exhaustion. What I want to tell you is that you can't think your way out of anxiety. The more you are worrying, the more you are obsessing, the more you are over analyzing things, the more you are figuring out things, is the more you are getting deeper into the disordered cycle of anxiety. So if you want to gain your mental clarity back, if you want to gain your memory back, if you want to be able to focus again, if you want to be able to concentrate again, if you want your brain to work the way you want it to, then stop actively engaging your mind. Because with anxiety, you can't think your way out of it. You thinking more is you getting more deeper into the anxiety cycle.